Right, good morning. How do you pronounce it, Monique?
Tanygrisiau.
We're starting at Tanygrisiau, which is here. It's just outside Festiniog, and then we're following this kind of. There's a lot of industrial sort of mining land around there, isn't there? Up until how do you pronounce the summit?
Moelwyn Mawr.
Moelwyn Mawr. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moelwyn Mawr. Yeah, and then back down. It's sort of vaguely pathed, but it should be pretty good. So look at this. This is the view there. And there's a reservoir and viaduct right at the top, and that's the summit there. So it's quite a long way away. And then Moelwyn back, I think, is up there as well. So we might sort of go across to there. That's it. I've got friend Monique with me today, and is it Luca the dog?
Luca.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we got Luca the dog as well. So that sounds great. So we'll see you in a bit. Bit of industrial landscape. The ascent up here is all old mining, sort of mining ground. So it's quite cool. That's the reservoir we started, and then that's Moelwyn Bach up there. Just near Blaenau Festiniog, twinned with Mordor apparently. Mining town. Some amazing landscape up there, and home of the Zip World, all the zip wire kind of theme park, which is cool. Brilliant weather. Beautiful already. Lovely vantage point of the lake. Tanygrisiau, I think it's called. And you think that would be a sort of castle of King Edward, but it's not. It's a power station. But yeah, right in the distance, that's Cadair Idris there. The outline of that. Characteristic outline. Cool. See you in a bit. It's Blaenau Festiniog there. With all the sort of mining and industrial landscape. It's quite windy, this road, isn't it?
Yes.
We're slowly getting towards the reservoir, I think, at the top. It's a viaduct, is it? Or no, it's just reservoir, isn't it? Whatever. A water feature. I'm going to go off-piste. There's a truck coming.
Dazzling, isn't it? Beautiful.
It's sparkling, all in quartz, is it?
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Wow, that's cool. Okay. Look at this. That's the reservoir wall, and with some of the peaks behind it. So we've got to get up to the reservoir and then sort of choose what route we're going to take. See you in a sec. That's the aim there, and the path goes the other side, up between that coal, and then up along that ridge crest, and then up to the top. Beautiful view. The water's so still, isn't it? Amazing. See you in a bit. You're not actually meant to walk across this reservoir bridge, but it kind of just happened that way. I think we went on slightly the wrong path, but I blame that on Monique because she's local with local knowledge, but her knowledge wasn't what the OS map said. So we're going on the right path, which is the left-hand side of the lake. But yeah, cool, isn't it? Amazing view. Pretty cool reservoir. Yeah, lovely weather. Amazing. It's like that windy road, isn't it, in the Alps from James Bond. From Russia with Love, that's it. Where he's got the sort of trilby hat on and is in a sort of convertible sports car, and I think he's being sniped at, or he sniped someone, something like that. It's pretty. He has that. Yeah, that's it. He has the attaché case, and takes out the sniper rifle and does someone with it. I think it's that one. I can't remember. Yeah, that's cool. Right, see you in a bit. Worth showing that. Awesome construction. Pretty cool piece of engineering, yeah. Just sort of show you the kind of buttresses. It's pretty high up there. Yeah, amazing bit of engineering. Look at this. Look at a cool rocky outcrop, isn't it? Looks like a fin. It's knackering this bit 'cause it's all marshy. It's like, you know, it's like running on sand, isn't it, Monique? The difference between that and...
Sand.
Yeah. Right, must press on. This is a cool spot, isn't it, Monique? Just in the coal. We've walked up to this cairn. Look at this here. It's clouding over a bit, isn't it? Which is quite nice because it's cooler.
We're going to need it for that.
I've just switched to this light wind cheater layer. It's a Golf one actually, but it works really well. Great view of the sea, isn't it? You can see Moelwyn, and we can see Cricket Castle. I think that's Cricket Castle there. That's where Monique's from, that's where I'm staying. So there you go. Right, we got to do this bit now. Not really pathed, pretty steep and rocky. It's going to be a climb, so I'm going to stick the poles away, and I think we'll need our hands for a bit of that, won't we? Yeah. So
I've got a dog.
You got a dog to pull you up?
Yeah.
Are you ready? There you go.
Now.
Halfway up this ridge. What's that? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? That's the Vale of Festiniog, isn't it?
Can you actually see the sand and everything?
Yeah. Is that Port Maddock Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the estuary that comes in, that's Porthagest.
Porthagest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's Moelwyn there.
That's Moelwyn, that's right.
And they're Cricket Castle, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Pwllheli in the background, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were saying that this looks like a dragon's back, doesn't it? Oh, you can see the path there, Monique, going up to there, can't you?
Yeah.
That's the dragon's head, and that's the body.
The dragon sleeping.
A sleeping dragon. So we got to go up to there, and then there's another one behind it. Just, I think you can just see it. It's there. It's the edge of the behind it there. Bit more climb to do. We're on the scramble section now, just up to the top of that ridge, and that's where that white bit is. That's where it flattens out, I think. So a little bit of a climb now, but really enjoyable. Look at this. It's really exposed, this bit, isn't it? It's just a sheer drop down there to the lake. All that sort of rock and scree. It's cool. So Monique's water bottle's just got a hole in the bottom of it. Soaked everything. At least you have a nice cool bag.
Yeah, this is true.
Or ice cold bag. Yeah.
I thought I was sweating profusely, but I'm obviously
You weren't sweating that much, no. Yeah.
Sorry.
Look at all this quartz. It's cool, isn't it?
It's really bright, isn't it?
Right, let's go.
I'm going to take a lump of that home. Damascus Road. Look down there, I think.
Oh, I know. We got a mate, Steve's. Sorry,
What's it?
Monique's husband, Steve. Brother's Danny. He's got terrible fear of heights, so wouldn't really be able to cope with this bit. So we'll just give him a shout out. Right, see you in a sec. God, that was pretty decent, wasn't it, coming up there? Because you got no rope, have you? And like, you're right on the edge of the cliff, like. But it was good. So we've got to traverse this bit of ridge, and then that's the final pull there up onto the summit. See you in a bit. There's another little panorama. Special, huh? I think it's the best view I've ever had in Snowdonia. That was the aim anyway. That's why we chose it. Oh wow. I'll show you the summit in a second. Well, we're on the summit. That's the cairn, and that's the best panorama I've seen in Snowdonia, definitely by far. If you come here, for God's sake, do this one. It's amazing. So we've got Moelwyn Mawr in front, Cadair Idris right at the back. Here. This is the Rhinog range here. Rhinogs. Port Madog Beach. Cricketh and Cricketh Castle. The peninsula where Pwllheli is. Moelhebog. And then over here, Snowdon Summit. Snowdon Summit and Cribgoch here. Snowdon Massif and the Glidders here. It's the Glidders Ridge. And also that you can see the Carnethi as well. Yeah. It's Carneth Dafydd there and Carneth Llewellyn. Amazing. I'll just show you over here. All these lakes. Look at that. I think this is the descent route here. It looks pretty tough. Yeah, I think it's the best summit I've done. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. So that's Belay now down there, on our way down. Amazing view still, isn't it? It's like sort of Mordor here, isn't it, or somewhere? It's quite remote, sort of this bit, isn't it? You know, not where we are now, but all of this bit here. This sort of really kind of remote bit of Snowdonia. That bit where I said was the descent path was this bloody great big cliff face there. That wasn't the descent path. Good job that I actually knew how to read a map, because I sort of thought, hang on a minute, I think that looks way too steep, and that was not the descent path. That's the descent path, which is straightforward. I mean, going up that would be good fun, but not coming down it. Horrible. Right, see you in a bit. So that's the summit. Come off there and down along this ridge, along this fence, and then we've crossed the stile, and there's what looks like a signpost here, leading us over this slate sort of quarry. But you know, this seems as good as anything. And if you see that thing, that hill there, the descent path is between the gap. So it's not too bad today, but the path isn't that obvious. And some of it we've done has been a bit off-piste. So I think in bad weather, where you can see only 5 foot in front of you, I think that would be quite difficult navigation. You're definitely going to need a compass and know how to map and compass read. But today it's fairly easy-ish because of the weather conditions. Right. It's pretty cool here. These little mining, they're like bothies, aren't they? For a year in a bothy and just walk the hills and be a recluse like a hermit, but I'd have to have a dog, and I'd have to have a big selection of whiskey to drink, not every day, but for the days when it was too horrible to go out walking. I'd enjoy that, but I would miss out on some things, which you could probably imagine, but I could definitely do it for definitely a month. That would be good, wouldn't it? Monique's just by the houses there, the sort of ruined bothies. Right, see you in a bit. This is quite cool, isn't it? All these ruined bothies for the miners' shelter. Imagine building all this in bad weather. Fairly decent descent off here. Path's not really that well marked. In places it's very poorly marked. And I've been reading some reviews from walkers that have done this one, and they're saying the same, that it can be quite not that well marked. So to be honest, if you're new to walking, this wouldn't be a good one to start off with. We have found in parts the navigation a little bit tricky, especially more on the way down. Actually, the way up was fairly easy, especially in bad weather. It's going to be pretty tricky. We've had to have the map with us all the time, but I think we're getting there slowly. A bit tired now after doing Cadre yesterday. Monique went cross training this morning, which just seems insane if you're going to do this as well, but there you go. But yeah, I think it does take a little bit of practicing, I think, to do this one. I would say I'd practice, practice a few bits before doing it. But that's with anything, isn't it? It's just about practicing. Right, see you in a bit. Hopefully we're nearly there.
Thanks.
Nice view of the lake, isn't it?
Thanks. Yeah.
Just trying to get down. I think we've gone off-piste a bit. So really, maybe I'm having an off day, maybe, but I'm really struggling to navigate this, and I don't often have that problem. We're in the right direction, but yeah, I think I've sort of lost the path a little bit, but yeah, I don't usually have that problem. Maybe a bit of brain block or something. Hopefully we'll be there in a bit. I'll be honest, we got lost and we've come down off all this stuff here, and it was pretty silly really, because it was all been a rock climb down here, well, scramble, and thankfully we haven't got to a point where we couldn't go down any further, in which case we'd have to go back up. But yeah, just to show you that I'll make mistakes like anyone else. But anyway, it's been quite fun, but probably a bit stupid as well. But Anyway, so don't do this. But you know, we're only human. I've had an off day. There you go. Monique's just said it's fine getting down. God, that was a bit stressful actually. Right, see you in a sec. Oh, we're back to the road.
We're bunnies now, aren't we?
We've just come off all of that. Basically descended down this. Just all boulders and like ankle twisting gaps. Like we had to avoid a cliff face at one stage. That, you know, we obviously haven't got a rope or anything. So yeah, bloody hell. I think what was it? FML was the phrase of the day. Yeah. And if you don't know what that means, just Google FML. Yeah. I think that's what the kids are saying these days. Anyway. Jesus. Anyway. Oh, I'm knackered. It's so hot now, isn't it? It's like probably like 26, 27.
Yeah, it's not really much.
There's no air. Yeah, jeez. God, I'm gonna get back. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one, and you can tell I'm sweating probably. And hopefully we'll be back for one more on this holiday. But that's well recommended to do. But don't do the descent path that I did, and I can't tell you the right path because I effed it up. And it's one to do if you're probably better than me or not new and can do a bit more, you know, you sort of practiced and stuff. So there you go. Right, cheers, see you again. So one last section, we're here. This is where I took the piss out of the burger on a bit of Welsh slate. We're both wondering why we feel overheated and tired. That's what we just come off. I think it was just off the gap between there, but just come off this sort of face off-piste. I mean, pretty stupid really. Anyway, we're nearly there, we're done now. But yeah, so that's the last section. I just could see it a bit better from this side, but anyway, there you go. Really fun though, enjoyed it as always. Live to walk another day.